Welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. Rather than jump through hoops for Manny the sniper while he's up there watching the road, he's not watching his road. I thought this was, usually I thought this was owned. We're gonna make a stop at Helios on our way to Boulder City. And we're gonna make a stop in here as well. For one little item that we'll need later. Get 100 walk as long as I have a magazine now. So let's see here. Trying to think what thinking I might just go 1 point of intense training. Yeah, we'll go. Yeah, we'll go one of those. And we'll go endurance so we can get one more implant at the New Vegas Medical Clinic.
Hello. Hi there. I'm Old Lady Gibson, or so they tell me. I've got odds and ends for sale, and I'm pretty good at fixing things, too. You might have noticed the very large building just north of here. That's HELIOS One. The NCR runs the place, so it's off limits to prospectors. The way I heard it, the Brotherhood of Steel ran the place before the NCR took it away from them. I'm not sure who started shooting first. But when it was over, the Brotherhood, with all their fancy armor and weapons, was on the run. Nobody's heard from them since.
I bet by the point of Fallout 4, I bet the NCR has probably wiped out the entirety of the Brotherhood in California. Probably there might be a bunker hiding somewhere, but that's about it.
Happy to do it. Another Take care now.
Subject E, diagnosis complete. Begin recording. My name is Whitley. I'm a researcher at Adams Air Force Base. Until recently, I was in charge of the Duraframe reinforcement project for the combat model iBots. iBot Duraframe Subject E is both the prototype and the last functional model in this test group. I was prepared to make several significant upgrades to the machines. However, as the project was canceled and all Duraframe assets are being diverted to Hellfire armor, I'm sending this model to the Navarro outpost. If you're listening to this log from one of our Enclave outposts in Chicago, give this unit whatever repairs it needs so it can continue to Navarro.
Wonder if Whitley survived the Lone Wanderer's assault on it's really Andrews Air Force Base, but whatever they call it, rollout. Obviously Navarro is no longer there at this point. Wonder how big the Enclave presence is in Chicago too. That'd be a good place for a future Fallout game. Come to think of it, Chicago.
This is a restricted area. State your business. Your being here is a start, soldier. We aren't exactly overflowing with troopers here. But if you really want to help us, talk to the idiot with sunglasses in the back of the plant building. He's been trying to get this place running for months and hasn't made any forward progress. I ask myself the same question all the time. But energy is hard to come by around here. Gives you more control over this area than troops ever could. Hell, if we lose the dam to the Legion, this little plant may be our last stand. There should, but we're not getting much power out of it, so none of our enemies have big interest in it either. Not like Hoover Dam, anyway. We had a real fighting force here just long enough to take it from the Brotherhood of Steel. Then they got sent east to the dam like everybody else. Caesar's Legion sends skirmishers every so often, prodding for weaknesses mostly. The reality is, if they really wanted it, we'd all be dead. Damned if I know. Put up a hell of a fight, though. We had them outnumbered, I don't know, 20 to 1 maybe? They held out as long as they could, lost most of their force before they retreated. Gave us a little parting gift, too. They had some of the plant running, but they shut it all down. Enabled an old security system, too, to keep us away from the controls. Jerk-offs. Later.
In my canon of Fallout 4, whatever Brotherhood of Steel, we're in the Commonwealth. Wonder how many they left behind in Capital Wasteland.
If the Legion breaks through our defenses, I got one bullet I'm saving just for me.
Good idea. Especially don't want to be a female Legion prisoner.
Pretty sure HQ's forgotten all about us.
Because of a speech check, I'm authorized to be here. Someone had a trap there.
You lost? We should be up on the front lines, not out here in Bumblefuck. This place is a junkyard.
Some of the dialogue options in here are pretty damn funny if you got low wind. Fitting name. Archimedes. Allegedly created a heat ray a couple thousand years ago. Setting ships alight with mirrors. No, not mirrors, just, I don't think they have mirrors. Just, metal.
When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more gambling.
Hey, man. Who the hell are you? They bring you in to replace me? They're replacing me, aren't they? Worried? Do I look worried to you? I've got this under control, baby. No one else can do what I do here. What else? I'm in charge. This whole operation depends on me. No fantastic, no power. Got the whole NCR suckling my teats, and it feels so good. Well, see, we're getting power because the guy running this place is fantastic. But the mirrors outside aren't aimed right, so we're running at 1% efficiency, and I guess that just isn't good enough for some assholes. Trouble is, most of the controls for this place aren't here. They're in the tower. And that place has some crazy pre-war security system that the dumb shit NCR set off when they took over. Killed 2 guys. Now they won't go near it. They want me to make an omelet, but I can't break any of their eggs. Know what I'm saying? It was easy, man. They were going door to door asking if anyone knew any scientists. I said look no further. They asked me if I knew anything about power plants. I said as much as anyone I had ever met. They asked me how well I understood theoretical physics. I said I had a theoretical degree in physics. They said welcome aboard. Fuck, man. Everything. I push buttons, I turn dials, I read numbers. Sometimes I make up little stories in my head about what the numbers mean. Like one time I imagined they were a code to get into a vault full of naked women. Man, how cool would that be? No, man. I know exactly what I'm doing. I just don't know what effect it's going to have. Over there controls power in this building. That station has readouts on the computer network. That big knob there makes a crazy noise. Sparks come out of that slot if you put stuff in it. And I'm learning more every day. There's these 2 terminals outside. They control the mirrors. I tried fooling with them, but didn't get very far. You'd have to get them to talk to the mainframe up in the tower, then do the rest from up there. I'm guessing, but it sounds good, right? Hey, you're not thinking about going up there, are you? Well, hey, if you find yourself up at the mainframe, do yourself a favor and make sure you send the power to the right place. It needs to go to the Strip and McCarran.
the right place is going to be the Archimedes
Because
2
I get paid, that's
satellite.
why. Per kilowatt hour. Whatever the hell that is. That's where the NCR wants the power, so that's where I want it. But you know, you do that, maybe I put in a good word for you with them. Fantastic's little helper. There's a reputation you can hang your hat on. Here, you'll want this. It's the password to one of the terminals outside. Found it written on one of the stalls in the bathroom.
Now, where's the follower?
It's unusual to see a new face here. Are you a soldier or a scientist? Then we have that in common. Whom do you typically work with? Very well, yes. I'm part of the followers of the apocalypse. If you're not familiar, we seek peace and the spread of knowledge. Knowledge that must never be lost to the world. Now your turn.
And you have a maniac as one of your former members. It's across the river.
That's reassuring. Although many who've made that claim over the years have had less than pure intentions. But if it's really as you say, then take my advice. This installation carries with it dangers that no one here has realized. Take care of what you do here, and who you listen to. Some things are best left buried with the old world. I don't entirely know. Our records on the company that built this place suggest that their dealings were not only in energy, but also in weapons. And I've seen equipment here marked with symbols used by the pre-war military, targeting computers, shock sensors. A code word comes up repeatedly in the papers I've looked through here. Archimedes. Yes, and the technology they have in this facility is like nothing I've seen. Some of it reminds me of Enclave equipment, but more advanced. A weapon based upon it would be catastrophic, no matter who claimed it. It's no wonder the Brotherhood wouldn't give it up.
Yep, they weren't here for power.
They weren't here for me to ask, but I doubt they were here for electricity. When the NCR first came here, it was under Brotherhood control. They usually steered clear of one another, but something here changed their minds. The Brotherhood's interest in pre-war technology has always been in weapons. It's likely they were trying to reclaim Archimedes when the NCR arrived. Then I would say do it. As long as the power of this plant is committed to the regional grid and not to a weapon, we are safe. If you're the one to restore output, then you can route the power where you choose, and they'll never be the wiser. I can't get you past the security in the tower, but I can be of some help. I've discovered a password for one of the mirror-controlled terminals outside. You'll need it. Oh, the NCR has their own designs for it, no doubt, but resist the urge to send it only to the thriving communities. The need for power is great everywhere. Distributing it evenly is the most rational and humane choice.
Let's go into the death ray, friend.
Not yet. By some miracle, they've hired an imbecile to try and decipher the systems here. He spent months working at one console trying to get the solar reflectors to track the sun. What he doesn't know is that the only thing the console controls is the plant's intercom system. I tried to tell him, but he insisted that the largest console had to be the most important. Still, it's only a matter of time.
It's obvious why he trusts this because he can't get up there.
Goodbye.
And I'm not going up there either until I get the targeting. And the pulse gun. Place the death trap without the pulse gun. Okay, moving on. We're gonna level up at least once on ants again here in this dry lake bed. Gotta start worrying about cazadors out here.
Hey there. Prim has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangs away.
go. Where did that one go that I was shooting at? Probably in the ground. Yep, it's in the ground somewhere. Of course. Where else would it be? dog. Deathclaw Central up there. Favorite locations there, but we don't have the proper hardware for that place yet. Always got to get the experience from both.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Take a shot.
You here to pay your respects too? It commemorates the Battle of Hoover Dam. The Rangers lured the best of Caesar's Legion into Boulder City and blew the whole town up. The NCR still lost a bunch of troops in the fighting, though. My older brother sacrificed himself so they could evacuate some of the wounded. Don't worry about it. Camp McCarran, but I'm on leave at the moment, heading back to California to see my folks. I'm supposed to join up with a caravan that's heading that way up at the 188. But they're not due to arrive for a while yet. Bye.
Hey there. Sure. Here's what I got.
Yeah, oh well. There's a weapon we've got to lift from in here. Heck is the... Was the owner lock himself in the back room at night?
A customer. Not many people come into Boulder City these days. Most of the town is rubble, destroyed during the Battle of Hoover Dam. And the only other thing around here is the concrete mixing yard. The NCR has been constructing bunkers up and down the river. From what I've heard, it's a little late for that. Travelers over at the 188, just up the road, said that the Legion has overrun a couple of towns to the south. What can I get you?
Guess we don't need anything. We just
Come
needed
back real
your,
soon.
We needed your shotgun. So we no longer need that one. Ditch it.
We've got a situation with some great cons right now. The brass at McCarran has ordered me to lock down the ruins until it's been resolved. One of my patrols was on its way back from Novak when it came under fire from the Great Khans. They radioed for reinforcements, but instead of waiting for us, they chased the Khans into the ruins where they were caught in a crossfire. No deaths, but not all the squad got out. The Khans have Private Ackerman and Private Gilbert as hostages. Once the Great Khans have been killed or captured, you're welcome to retrieve any property they've taken from you. Normally I'd turn you down since I have no idea who you are, but considering that the hostages are as good as dead when we attack, all right, I'm going to give you a chance to talk to the Great Khans. Their leader is a man named Jessup. If we hear shooting, we'll be coming in, but it'll probably be too late for you. Good luck.